Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you subscribe and stay a while, and I hope you like what you see. Today I am going to be talking about the ever so talked about Tarteist Pro palette. Now, a little backstory before we go into detail. I was not going to pick this up lately. I have just been kind of underwhelmed with Tarte products in general. I feel like they're not being made to the kind of standard that I'm used to from Tarte. When I saw this, because I know it's the Tarteist line, I was just kind of like, you know, I just don't think it's going to be that great. The Glow palette didn't interest me. It's just too dark of shades for me, for if I were to bronze. I just kind of felt like, you know what, I don't think it's going to be that good. I don't want to waste my money. I don't want to waste my time, yada, 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 yada. So after seeing a couple people saying that they liked it, that it was really good, and that everybody needed to get it, so on and so forth, I kind of thought, okay, well, maybe they did do something different. Maybe this Pro formula is better. Maybe I'm going to be missing on something great, so I better pick it up. So lo and behold, I did pick it up. I did try it. I have never, ever, ever, ever had a palette that I've been using that I actually have to remove my eye makeup because it's that bad and start again. I was shocked how bad it really was. So some people love it. Some people are paid to say they love it. They may not love it. Some people maybe have the patience to sit there and just keep trying. But there's a couple goods and a couple bads. So let me dive in. First, the packaging I do like. I feel like it's heavy. It feels sturdy. I feel like it's quality. Of course, the front is a little annoying. It's going to get fingerprints. It's going to get makeup on. It's going to get dirty. You got to deal with that. The back is going to get fingerprints. Got to deal with it. I do like how the entire palette size has an entire mirror. Hello, me. I do like that part. It does come with the little film cover if you want. It does have the names on it, which I love that it has the names on it. That's a bravo to you, Tarte. When it has the names on it, it just makes everything so much easier for everybody. Yes, it is very glaring, so I'm trying not to blind you. So, couple things. This row, really good. These two in particular, amazing. This one in particular, outstanding. Okay, so these two here, they are very nice. It's not as much pigment and payoff as I would like. I had to get my brush wet, and then that still didn't even work, so I had to use my fingers, which is the best option, which isn't a deal breaker necessarily. A lot of people don't like using your fingers. Some people don't mind. I'm not one who minds, but I kind of was just expecting more of a foiled eyeshadow payoff for these four right here. So it was just a little underwhelming for me as to the quality of them. This was a lot better than these two in pigment. This one was the best. It is the most unique and is the standout of the show of the palette, I think, in my opinion. Now, that being said, as for the rest of the palette, they are all matte. They are all beautiful. I feel like there is enough of a color difference to justify how many colors there are in similarity. So there is a lot of colors that are similar, but there's subtle enough differences to where I feel like it justifies it. Some of them are more warm tone, some are more cool tone, some are a little bit more of what you'd want in your transition, more of your brow bone. So I get it and I agree. I think that it works well together. I like that it does have, you know, a few more oranges down here, a few purples. I feel like overall it goes together very nicely. And from what I understand, their intent was to go in the row, top it off with a shimmer. Go with your row, top off with shimmer, so on and so forth. And I think that's a very nice layout, and I think it would work together very well. But, and here's the big but, this has the worst blendability, like the worst. I have heard a lot of things about palettes not being good about blending, and I'm like, oh, you know, maybe they just didn't want to blend a while, or oh, maybe, you know, they chose colors that were too similar or something. I will insert a picture, and it's an embarrassing, disgusting picture for me of me trying to make a purple eye look. So I used some of the transition shades, didn't show up. Used a little bit more darker transition, a little showed up, not too bad, could work with it. Then I tried using these purples and pinks, and it was just one hot purple mess. Literally, you could not tell the difference between where my outer V started from my transition from my inner to my eyelid color. Nothing. It all just looked like one blended muddy mess of color. Like it just all blended together. It was all muddy. It just all looked like it was one like blackish purple look. It started to look like I got a black eye even though I used a transition. Like it was not good. When you swatch them, they're not that bad. But when you blend them out, they blend away their own color difference to where they just start to blend into one color. It just was the weirdest thing, but I was like, I kept working with it and added more and added more and added more, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and it was just like a darkish purple blackish mess. Like it just was not pretty, and I ended up taking it off and starting again with something else, and I was really shocked because I was just kind of like, what is going on? Like I'd never had it that bad to where I couldn't figure it out and couldn't blend it, but this was just so muddy and messy. I tried it again, same thing. They either blended away or they blended together so much that now you could not tell the color distinguishing difference. If you just wanted to take one of these colors and make it work with something and bring in an outside color, I think you'd have a perfectly fine time. But this is supposed to be a palette that's supposed to be all in one. Your brow bone, your highlight, your shimmer, your crease, your, everything. Everything is supposed to work together in unison with this palette, and it just doesn't. And it's like one of those things where it's like I'm kicking myself because I just kind of knew it wasn't going to be that overwhelming to buy it. And I fell into the hype anyways, and I was like, no, I need to give it a try myself, see what it's about, so on and so forth. And I was really disappointed, guys, and I'm really sorry to say that because this is a beautiful palette. If you want to get something from Tarte, go get the Tarteist or Tartelet or the Tarte in Bloom. Both of those are great. The in Bloom one is amazing if you want some shimmer with some mattes. That one has amazing pigmentation, amazing blendability, and amazing shimmers, not like these. It really kind of sucks too because I really like this one in particular and this one. And I had high hopes for these two, but the whole palette overall was just super underwhelming. And I want to say it was like $60 maybe. I could be wrong. I was just super, super saddened and underwhelmed. And I don't know if maybe some people got bad batches because I've heard it both ways. I've heard it where people love it or they hate it. I don't know. You all have to be the judge. It does pain me to say, but this baby is going back. I really hope maybe if you picked it up, it worked out great for you. Maybe I got a bad batch. I'm not sure, but it just did not work for me, and it's just definitely not worth the value and the price, and it was just such a huge, sad disappointment. It has to go back. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really sorry that this is kind of more of a depressing blah video, and usually I have a demo, but like I said, it just didn't end up good. I don't want to show it, but I will show the picture like I showed you of what it looked like before I decided to give up. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.